We're here today talking with Richard Austerman about his book, Witches, which it's exciting that it's available now as an audiobook. But Richard, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad you invited me.
Well, good. Tell us a little bit about this book. Talk us through and kind of give us a quick overview and just talking a little bit about your book, Witches.
The book it's the adventures of a young man traveling around his country. He meets the queen and saves her from a bad guy, and he meets the king. And as he's going around the country, beyond that, things are happening that he knows he has to go to the northwest because trees are falling to the northwest and there's nobody around to have those trees, to make those trees fall. They just uproot by themselves. And there's some magic in it, and there's he meets his love of his life, of course, and it was a fun story to write.
Yeah, so it's got a little bit of action, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of adventure, and then a little romance as well. It sounds like you threw in there. Where did you come up with, or what inspired you to write this book? You talked about it being fun. What was your inspiration behind it?
The story came from when I woke up from a nap in the afternoon. And I had the first chapter written within a day.
Wow.
So that was the dream I had.
So did you have to go back to your dreams to get the next few chapters, or were you able to flow through?
At the end of the first chapter, it says he is listening to a conversation in a pub between the mistress of the pub and two travelers. He's just listening to it. He wasn't participating in it. The travelers go up to their room because they were going to do something the next day. And he says, "You probably want to know who I am. Well, my name is Ralph Peregrine, and I'm the son of a farmer, and I'm traveling around my country, and this is my story." So we take him back to when he leaves the farm and makes this trip around his country.
So would you say this is turning into a series, or is it a one book, or where do you see this book going? Was it just kind of a standalone book?
I'm working on a second book in the series.
There you go. Okay.
And there will probably be 3 or 4 series books in this one.
Well, we mentioned earlier, Richard's book's available. It's now available through Audiobook Network, so you can get it online through Amazon. You can listen, download it through the Books app. It's available paperback, ebook, audiobook. One of the questions I wanted to ask you, Richard, I just love to hear the story behind how did you pick who narrated your book when you turned it into an audiobook?
The book is in paperback, it's in audio, or will be in audio real quick. Mm-hmm. It's also on ebook.
Yep.
Through Amazon. It's also in Barnes and Noble. And when I decided to do the audiobook, they said they would send me 3 different people reading the book, part of the book.
Okay.
And I made my choice on that. And what I did is I took it with me to the senior center and had a couple of people there listen. They chose one person. All 3 of them chose the same person up there. I gave it to my 2 sisters. They both chose the same one that the other 3 did, and I had already chosen that person.
So that made it an easy decision.
That's how we ended up with that.
Yeah, made it an easy decision. Well, as we're ending our time today, we've talked about, your book being available in all those different formats, that there's more books in this series to come. Is there anything else you want to share with our audience as we're ending our time together today?
Well, I'm getting ready to send in another one to see if they can be accepted. I have written 13 novels.
Wow.
And some novelettes, which are smaller, but not short story, since 2016.
That's a lot of books.
That's a lot of writing.
Yes. Yes.
The one I'm working on right now is at 60-some thousand, almost 70,000 words.
Wow.
So it's getting close to being done.
Yes.
The ones that I've done are from 73,100 up to 102,000 words.
Okay.
When you get up there, you're getting into a large book.
Mm-hmm. Well, Richard, I appreciate you taking time to talk with us today. It's exciting that your book is now available for people to read through paperback, read on the Kindle if they like to read that way, or now they can listen on the go as they're driving or on a walk or whatever. But again, it's Richard Austerman. Name of his book is Witches. Richard, thank you so much for joining us and taking time to talk with us today.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Have a great day.
All right. You too. Bye.
Bye.